The four easternmost provinces of Canada are collectively known as the Atlantic or the Maritime Provinces because of their proximity and relationship to the sea. They include Newfoundland and Labrador, New Brunswick, Prince Edward Island, and Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia, with its rugged highlands, was aptly named New Scotland by Scottish Highlanders. They found sanctuary in Cape Breton, an island that is now linked to the mainland by a causeway, and also contains Brador, the world's largest saltwater lake. But before the Scottish Highlanders fled here, there were native Mi'kmaq Indians and French explorers such as Samuel de Champlain, who established a settlement in Port Royal in 1605 and called it Acadia. Lying between the Gulf of St. Lawrence and the Atlantic, the Cape was of pivotal importance in the battle for supremacy. In the early 1700s, a fort was built at a lonely coastal outpost called Louisbourg to guard the Gulf and protect France's dwindling empire in the New World. One of Canada's finest historic sites, its stone walls are 3 meters thick and 9 meters high and bristle with 148 cannons. But Louisbourg's time on the world stage was brief. The French fort was captured by the British, and control went back and forth between the two superpowers until finally in 1749 England built its own garrison, Halifax. Nova Scotia would soon become home to the United Empire Loyalists as thousands of supporters of the British cause fled the American Revolution. Many Loyalists were Americans of British descent. Others were French Huguenots, Dutch, and German. Over the years, many blacks would also seek refuge because of Canada's anti-slavery laws. The multicultural pattern of Canadian immigration had begun through Halifax, the capital of Nova Scotia, which boasts the world's second largest natural harbour. The new Canadians disembarked at Pier 21, which is now a museum and a testament to the immigrant experience.
People would be unloaded into this room here, and also they would be processed, welcomed into Canada, and then at the end of that process, we could take, anywhere from 2 hours to 8 hours in length, depending on the number of people on the ship and so on. You would get your supplies for the train ride across Canada.
Immigrants arriving in the 1930s would still face a long overland journey to Saskatchewan and Alberta.
It was also very important with World War II because all of the troops left Canada from Pier 21 to fight overseas in Europe. They all came by train.
Along with mining, shipbuilding and fishing have been major industries. Rugged little fishing communities surround the coast, and the famous Blue Nose was built in Lunenburg. If you look at the back of a 10-cent coin, you will find a picture of the North Atlantic schooner that was Queen of the Fleet and the undefeated champion of the International Schooner Fishing Trophy races from 1921 to 38. Between Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, the power of the sea rules life in the Bay of Fundy, where the highest tides in the world are generated.
The mouth of the Bay of Fundy between Yarmouth and Bar Harbour, Maine is 90 miles across. Between Digby and St. John, it's 45 miles across. And at Cape Split, it's 5 miles across. So you have all this water rushing in into a funnel-shaped bay, and it has nowhere to go but up. The same thing is happening here on this river, and the water is forcing up into a narrower river all the time, you see. And this is what creates a bore. When we first saw it coming around the bend, it was traveling approximately 10 miles an hour.
The total area of the province is 52,841 square kilometers, and the major industries include agriculture, forestry, and mining.